consecutive SEC win. What does that mean for your team and your program?
Well, I think it means a lot. It's pretty hard to win 6 in a row in this league in any sport. And I think the thing that impressed me the most about it is that we've won 6 in a row after starting 0-4, because we had every reason to probably stop believing in ourselves, and they didn't do that. They kept working at it and slowly chipped away, and I think they're getting better. You know, tonight's game wasn't a pretty game. It took us a while to get going, but I thought they got the message in the locker room at the half, and they came out, they played hard, and they ran away with it. And then I thought the kids that came in and played late in the game, I thought they played pretty hard and played fairly poised and did some good things as well. So it's just good. Good to get 6 wins in the SEC. We just got to keep getting more.
And you talk about a message at half. What message was that?
Well, you know, we've been preaching to them the last 2 days that they couldn't overlook Alabama, and I just thought we came out and we were awfully lethargic. I thought our defense was okay, but I thought we were lethargic at the offensive end. I thought we weren't really playing together a lot. We weren't playing with a lot of motion. We weren't sharing the ball very well, and I thought they came out. And a lot of that was the press. We kind of got going. We got some easy stuff in transition. Lindsey Harris stepped up and hit a couple of threes. That always ignites us. You know, but they found the energy that they needed. I don't think maybe they thought they needed it, and they found out that they did. And once they poured it out, then things were okay.
Tom, what's Kiara's injury and how bad does it look?
Oh, I think she landed on her tailbone. You know, and she's been hurt really for the last 2 weeks. She's got a badly bruised hand. You know, we didn't really play her a whole lot in the last few games because we wanted it to mend, but I think we're at a point where we realize it's not going to mend. She's just going to have to play with it all year long. And but you know what? She's played fine. You know, even with it hurt, and it's just a lot of it's her heart and her energy. And you know, she was a part of that run as well. I thought when she came in, and you know, she makes terrific plays. She gets the crowd involved in the game because she makes spectacular effort, and the crowd loves effort. And when she starts flashing that, they get behind us, and then our kids get charged up. So I think she's probably going to be okay. I think it's with those tailbones, though. You know, I know I've bruised a couple tailbones, and sometimes it takes 6 months for it to not feel good anymore. But it's not something that's going to hamper her from playing, probably.
Hey, can you talk a little bit about Sarah Watkins? You guys are really struggling, and she got some inside basket and stepped out and hit a couple outside shots.
Yeah, Sarah was fine when she was in the game, you know, but I couldn't keep her in the game, and you know, I'm mad at myself because you know, I didn't play her the last 3 or 4 minutes of the first half, and I could have when they were making a run. But I just decided I wanted to get into the second half with her with one foul. And then she picked up her second. Then she picked up her third. And I really didn't want to take her off the floor, but my assistant coaches were yakking at me, saying, you got to get her out, you got to get her out. It took me about 60 seconds before I decided I wanted to get her out. And by the time I got her out, they got her up off the ground, and she got her 4th foul. So I thought she played fine when she was in there when we got her the ball. She just didn't get as many minutes as we wanted.
Were you tempted to put anybody back in at the end? They got down to like 16.
Oh, you know, once again, you know, it wasn't a consensus with my staff. I was starting to feel a little bit uneasy, but I felt like we could finish it. You know, when we finally made a basket or two, then I felt okay. But we went through a drought there. And they kept pressing us. They kept trying to take it away from us. So, you know, we didn't have a problem with their pressure. We created our own problems. You know, you know, Callie and Kelsey, they played fearlessly. They just kept pushing that ball through the press to a point where we just couldn't slow down and get anything going, and we started turning it over because they were trying to make plays. To their credit, they played with no fear, and they pushed it right through it. You know, but we just didn't get ourselves under control, and we turned it over a few times.
Coach, on that line, Alabama called timeout with about 6 minutes left in the game, and Callie Burner comes out and nails a three-pointer. How big was that?
Well, I mean, I think every basket we made down the stretch when it looked like it could become a game again, you know, I think it was huge. I mean, and Callie does that. You know, it's one of the first shots that she's taken this year where she really looked aggressive, like she wanted the shot, because she's turned shots like that down before. But it was almost as if she knew she needed to take the shot, and she took it and she made it. You know, and that's every basket that group made down those last 5 or 6 minutes. We needed them to kind of hold them at bay and not let them get back in the game.
You can see the girls starting to grow and mature and gain more confidence with each win. How important was the double overtime Florida victory in building that confidence in the younger girls?
I think, I hope we look back at it and say that it was the turning point, even though we had already won 4 in a row. We've always struggled with Florida. We got down big. We were down 10 with 4 minutes to go. We were down 5, under a minute. When a team makes a comeback like that and finds a way to win, it gives them a great belief in themselves. And I think we're going to look back and say, yeah, we had won 4 in a row, but beating Florida was the real turnaround point.
Anything else for Coach? Thank you, sir.